We brought 14 of the best card game content creators together for 7 weeks of insane clashes in the hottest new TCG, Elestrals. Last season, Distant Coder popped off to win on the back of the wind element, and he'll be back as the captain of the Kryoscorches. MBT dominated all season long, but fell short to Coder in the finals, so he's back looking for vengeance as the captain of the Emperowatts. Each of these captains were allowed to pick one caster in the community to add to their team. The Kryoscorches added Bean Soldier, and the Emperowatts picked up Swolax, both members of the well-known group, the Elestrionauts. Not only will these casters be tasked with building their teams, they'll also need to draft their element for the season. From there, we had the draft. 10 epic content creators picked one by one and aligned with their new team. MBT and the Emperowatts had first pick and grabbed Trishula, a seasoned Yu-Gi-Oh veteran with multiple regional championships under his belt. Coder and the Kryoscorches were up next and grabbed fellow Elestronauts teammate Caleb.ex, an incredible card player with skill sets spanning nearly every main TCG out there. Community favorite Wirtz goes next to the Emperowatts, and at this point, Coder had a tough decision to make. Does he draft veteran card player Mario Gaming World, or does he select someone with a bit more experience, Shady Penguin, who finished in the top cut of last season? The Kryoscorches grab Mario Gaming World next, which leaves Shady Penguin wide open for the Emperowatts to pick up. That veteran presence could be huge as the season presses on. Espira is the next caster to be picked up, a true card game veteran with knowledge across a handful of TCGs. Hokiaim MD, a sleeper pick, goes next to the Emperowatts. Joey is known as being one of the best competitive video game Pokemon players of all time, and I don't doubt that his skill will translate to Elestrals. The Kryoscorches grab Matt O'Shea, a surefire watercaster for this season as we head to our final 2 picks. The Emperowatts pick up PK Sparks and solidify their incredible squad. The Kryoscorches are stoked to pick up K-Cray as their final pick, one of the brightest minds in the Elestriad, currently studying to become an astrophysicist. With our teams locked in, let's talk about the rules. The Kryoscorches start out with the Kryoscorch starter deck and the 3 packs that come with it. The Emperowatts do the same with the Emperowatts starter deck. In a snake-style draft, each caster picks one of the 6 elements, but the catch is that only 3 of the same element can be selected. Whatever element a caster chooses for the season is the only divine they can use. For example, Distant Coder selecting Frost as his element means he can only use Kione all season long, and cannot use Demeter or Zeus. The deck he builds otherwise is up to him. The element the caster drafts grants them 2 starter decks of that element and a bundle of Shattered Stars. These cards will formulate their week 1 card pool. Each week, casters will have the choice of opening 12 packs from either base set or Frostfall, and it can be a combination of both. These cards are then added to their card pool to be used for that week of clashes. We've also added the fun twist. Casters can trade within their teams up to 3 times per season, and 3 cards each trade. This means that if MBT really needs a Lavalith and Trishula has one, they can swap cards to make that happen. Each week of the season, the decks and strategies become more refined as these casters face off. Each caster will play each member of the other team 1 time. The team with the most wins at the end of the season will have their top player get a bye for the semifinals, and the other 6 casters will face off in the playoffs to ultimately determine next season's captains and who gets awarded the grand prize of becoming an Elestrals promo card. This season of the Elestriad is all about teamwork, but that top spot is so important to secure for that first round playoff bye. The element draft is the final piece before we get to start this party. With Frost making its debut in Frostfall, it's surely the element to go for. Last season, we saw Wind and Thunder dominate, and Earth making a strong showing as well. Our first 6 picks became a swap of Frost and Thunder, with all of the Kryoscorches grabbing Frost and all the Emperowatts drafting Thunder to enhance their element. From there, we saw Earth get drafted 3 times in a row, with Fire and Water trading the rest of the way down. Aeolus and Wind are sitting out of this Elestriad, a huge shock after how strong of a showing it had last season. Week 1 of clashes begin on June 17th and will be every single day for 49 days in a row. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out.